Hello again, everyone. I wanted to do a couple videos today, knock them out and get them ready. It was raining this morning, believe it or not, but it's just beautiful this afternoon here in Arizona. And there's interesting things happening on Friday. We'll get to that in another video. First, I want to talk about today is I'm wearing the Buy the Dip shirt. I was at another Bitcoin meetup last night in not Tempe, I was in Tucson. About 15 people. It was a really good turnout, a lot of new people. And I would recommend you go on Meetup, go wherever you can, go on Facebook groups, wherever. Find a local meetup, if only to just like socialize, find out you're not alone, find out you're not screaming out in the wilderness and by yourself. It's really important to understand that, you know, there are other people that are doing Bitcoin, there are other people that are looking at other alternative currencies, which I'll talk about in another video. But this video, I know a lot of people want to talk about where's Bitcoin heading. Let me just make sure that my sound's working. Checking 1, 2, 3. Hello. There we go. Okay, microphone's working great. All right. So I did a little amateur. I did some back of the envelope, just real generic posting and math, and I'm going to share my lovely artwork here. So this is a graph of Bitcoin. Let's see if I can get this right. Probably going to be backwards. Yeah, it's probably backwards. Yes. All right. Sorry about that. Can't draw backwards, but. You know, here we go. I drew it from 2020 out to 2024. And this is a particular shape I'm going to talk about, doing a little technical analysis. I'm going to do it in real time. So this shape, let's see if I can hold it over here. There we go. I can both fit in. So in 2020, let me set all this down. Hold on. Okay. I got a red pen because I'm going to be drawing on this in a minute. So we started in 2020. Price went up, hit a peak of 70K around 21, 22. Came down into the 10K range, sometimes even a little bit less, 10 to 15K. Like I know it's 15K like last year, and then let's see if I get. And then it's starting to climb up, and now we're kind of trapped in this 50 to 60K zone. Now, this is a classic pattern called a cup with a handle. Okay, so it might be a little bit easier to reverse it, but the way you do a cup with a handle, and I'm just gonna see. I can't draw it backwards, so. I'm going to draw with my red pen on here. This is to do technical analysis. You have to draw a neckline, like the top of the cup. So I'm going to do a little red dot. Please work. There we go. A little dotted line across here. And then you got the handle. And I'm going to do this. Okay, that should be enough. So here's your technical analysis lesson for today. All right, let's see. I got the pen here. This is your neckline from the previous peak. And again, these are generic. These are not like perfect lines, okay? But we were like 60 to 70K, and then we're about 60 to 70K again. So you draw a line across, okay? Now it's kind of been dribbling back down. We definitely hit in the high 60s recently, so it's about fair. Now the way you measure a cup with handle, and I'll go behind some of the idea. This is one of my favorite patterns, one of the easiest things to do, and this is the bigger the picture, the stronger the chart, in my opinion, in my experience. So the fact that this is like a weekly, monthly chart, like looking at 3+ years, that's a good cycle. And we know that Bitcoin works in a 4-year cycle. So the way you would do a measurement of the cup with handle is you draw the neckline, you measure the depth of the cup. So let's just call it 65K, and we'll call it 15K. So let's call it a 50K delta, or 50K depth of the cup. So then you get this handle is kind of trailing off. Let's just say we're at 60K, which is about where we're at today. When this finally spikes up, you basically take this arrow and add it to the handle. So let's say this is 50K, we're at 60, that puts a target of roughly 110K. Now the question, of course, is when? Well, typically what happens is that Bitcoin will go up 12 to 18 months after the halving. Now the halving was in April, like roughly April 20th of 2024. So a year and a half from that would be April of 2025 to October. I think that's about right. Check me in the comments. But somewhere between April and October of 2025. So that's when the bull run should start, and that's when we should hit a peak. That peak should be roughly on this chart, based on this math here, 50 plus this handle wherever we start going up. Now the reason this works is that you have people that they've all bought in here. They're looking for this to go up, and you've got buyers. There were buyers and sellers all throughout here. But a lot of people accumulated at the top near in the 60, 70K range, and they're looking to get a bump up. Now they wanted to get that bump up of a reasonable number, so they're going to wait past. A lot of people would say that I'm going to check out if they bought it, if they were lucky enough to buy it at 15 and 20K. If you've been accumulating or dollar cost averaging, congratulations, you're doing quite well right now. Even if you just started back in the 20 to 30K range, back say in here, you're doing well because you were at 60, you've doubled your money. But when do you tap out? Well, most people are going to tap out or check out, that 100K to 110K target. Now, then you got to bring in, so that's the psychology of it, is that people that bought 60 or 70K are looking for a profit. They'll probably be satisfied when they double their money. Now let's bring another element into here. That's pretty loud. Good thing for microphones. But the psychology works like this, is that when you have certain numbers that resonate with people, and the number that's going to resonate for people is 100K, right? So when you get to 100K, we either have to blow through it quickly, or we're going to hit our head on it. So a reasonable target range is 95 to 110K. Now, as to when that's going to happen, I can't necessarily say that with exactness, but it's going to happen based on everything I see here, 20 to 25, or in the middle of 2025, sometime between March and November. I know that's a broad range, but if I told you could put your money, turn your $1 into $2 in the next 12 months, that might be a good thing for you. Certainly would beat inflation, because prices are probably going to double in that time frame anyway, so you got to double up. Just lost my chart, so that's probably the end of the video. So basic charting. If you're interested in learning basic charting, let me know. I may just do a couple of videos on Patreon and put that behind a paywall or something. But I can't do financial advice, of course, on YouTube, or I'm not a financial advisor. Gotta do whatever you do. This is just one guy talking to his iPhone on a balcony here in Arizona, talking to you guys on the internet. So take that for what it's worth. But that's basic technical analysis of just reading the chart and saying, this is probably where we're going to go. No guarantees, no promises, but that's what the chart tells me. And Bitcoin is not, it is not a get rich quick scheme. It is a save your money solidly, save it for the long term. And a 3 to 5 year cycle time frame is usually what you're looking for, because anyone who's ever bought Bitcoin and waited 3 to 4 years has never lost money. Now, that's a bold statement, but it's 100% true, and no other asset's been performing as well as it has for over a decade. I believe it's the #1 asset for the 11 last 14 years from performance. So, a lot said there. Leave a comment down below. Did you like this chart? Do you understand it? Do you have questions? Let me know. I'll read every comment, and I will talk to you in the next video. Take care.